So the American Express Platinum card just got a major update, and with it, a jaw-dropping annual fee of $895. That's one of the highest annual fees of any consumer credit card in the US. So the big question is, what do you actually get for nearly $900 a year? Well, in this review, I'll be breaking down the perks, the credits, the hidden value, and whether this card is really worth keeping in 2025, or if it's time to move on to something else. So let's get into it. So who is this card good for? The Amex Platinum card isn't designed for everyone. It's really built for a specific type of cardholder. If you're someone who travels often, whether that's for business or leisure, this card can make your life a lot easier. You'll get access to more airport lounges than almost any other card, credits for hotels and airlines, and travel protection that can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars if things go wrong. If you're flying at least a few times a year, those perks alone can more than offset the annual fee. It's also a great fit for people who value luxury experiences and convenience. Think of things like automatic elite status with Hilton and Marriott, special upgrades, and even monthly credits for Uber and streaming services. If you're someone who would use those perks anyway, the Amex Platinum card basically bundles them into one package. But if you're not traveling much, or you don't want to keep track of all of the different credits, the Platinum card may not be worth it. At $895, this card requires you to actually use the benefits to get your money's worth. So the bottom line, this card is best for frequent travelers, luxury seekers, and anyone who can fully take advantage of the credits and perks. If that's you, the Amex Platinum card can absolutely deliver more value than it costs. If not, you might be better off with a card that has a lower annual fee and a simpler reward structure. So who is this card not good for? On the flip side, the Amex Platinum card definitely isn't for everyone. If you're not traveling much, the lounge access, hotel status, and flight credits aren't going to matter, and that $895 annual fee will feel like a waste of money. It's also not great for people who don't like managing multiple credits. Between Uber, airline incidentals, digital entertainment, Saks Fifth Avenue, and many more, you really have to stay organized to squeeze out all of the value. If you prefer a set-it-and-forget-it style of rewards card, this one can quickly become more of a hassle than it's worth. And finally, if your goal is to earn the most points possible on everyday spending, the Amex Platinum card isn't really built for that. It only earns strong rewards on flights and prepaid hotels through Amex Travel. For groceries, dining, or general purchases, there are plenty of other cards, often with lower annual fees, that will reward you more generously in these categories. So basically, the Amex Platinum card is not a good fit for occasional travelers, casual spenders, or anyone who just wants simple, straightforward rewards. For those people, a card like the Amex Gold card, Chase Sapphire Preferred card, or even a no annual fee cashback card is probably a much better choice. Okay, so now let's take a look at one of the more painful points about this card, which is the annual fee. So Amex has managed to increase the annual fee of the Amex Platinum card by $200. Bringing it to a rather hefty $895 a year. That makes it one of the most expensive consumer credit cards out there. Now, if you already have the card, that new fee will kick in on your next renewal after January 2nd, 2026. So this will give you a bit of time to suss out whether the new benefits and perks are worth the $895 annual fee. Now, on the flip side, Amex is currently offering a rather large welcome bonus. Right now, you can earn up to 175,000 membership reward points after spending $8,000 in the first 6 months of card ownership. That's a pretty decent offer. But just keep in mind that Amex does tailor offers. So depending on your account, you might see something smaller or potentially larger. Now, to put this in perspective, 175,000 membership reward points are worth around $1,750 in value if used through Amex's portal for travel. But if you transfer these points to one of the travel partners for premium flights, you can expect to get upwards of $10,000 or more in value if you choose your flight carefully. So yes, the $895 is a steep price tag. But when you combine the welcome bonus with the perks, the first year can deliver way more value than the annual fee. The real test is whether it's worth keeping long term once that bonus is gone. Okay, now let's talk about how this card actually rewards your spending, because that's where quite a lot of the value needs to come from to justify spending $895 a year. So starting right at the top, you'll earn 5 times membership reward points on flights you book directly with airlines or through Amex Travel, up to $500,000 per calendar year. So if you manage to meet the $500,000 spend limit per year just in this category, you'll earn 2.5 million points. You can also earn 5 times points on prepaid hotels that are booked through Amex Travel. For everything else you use your card for, whether that's dining, groceries or everyday purchases, you will earn 1 point per dollar spent. So simply put, you will earn a majority of your points from travel-related purchases. If you don't travel much, then the Amex Platinum card might not be a good choice, as it will end up costing you more than it's worth. So let's take a look at a quick example to see how this adds up. Suppose you go on a short trip and you spend $2,000 on a round-trip flight booked directly with an airline. At 5 times points, that gives you 10,000 points. Then if you book a 3-night prepaid hotel through Amex Travel for $1,000, that's 5,000 more points. And then let's say you spend $1,000 on general purchases. At 1 point per dollar spent, that's 1,000 points. So based on this example, your $4,000 trip will earn you 16,000 points, which is not too shabby. Essentially, the ability to hit the 5 times points earning categories is what really drives scale and provides you with the most value. So how much is each point worth? This is critical because earning lots of points doesn't matter if they're worth very little. So when booking flights via Amex's travel portal, points are generally worth 1 cent per point. So the 16,000 points I just mentioned would provide you with around $160 in potential value. Now, the real value comes when you transfer these points to one of the airline or hotel partners. In some cases, usually through airline partners, you can stretch the value to 10 cents or more per point if you find sweet spot redemptions. That means those 16,000 points could be worth upwards of $1,600. Now, if you use these points for a statement credit or for retail purchases, such as Amazon, you'll usually get a lower return, around 0.6 to 0.7 cents per point. So not really an optimal way to utilize your points. Essentially, the Amex Platinum card has strong upside if the bulk of your spending lands in the bonus categories, which is flights or prepaid hotels, and if you redeem your points strategically through travel partners. But for large parts of your spending, everyday stuff, the return is quite minimal, 1 point per dollar spent. So you really have to lean into the travel perks to get decent value. Okay, so now let's talk about what you actually get with the Amex Platinum card, because this is where American Express tries to justify that huge $895 annual fee. And honestly, the list is long, but the value really depends on how much of it you'll actually use. So first up, the travel perks. You'll have access to over 1,700 airport lounges worldwide. That's Centurion lounges, Delta Sky Clubs when you're flying Delta, Priority Pass lounges, which requires enrollment, Plaza Premium lounges, Escape lounges, and more. Basically, if you travel even a few times a year, you'll almost never be stuck at the gate again. You also get automatic gold status with Hilton Honors and Marriott Bonvoy, which means better rooms, potential upgrades, and things like late checkout. And when you book hotels through Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts or the Hotel Collection, you'll get extra perks like free breakfast, guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, and sometimes even a $100 experience credit. Now, speaking of hotels, you now get a $600 hotel credit every year. That's $300 back twice a year when you book prepaid stays through the Fine Hotels and Resorts or the Hotel Collection on Amex Travel. If you use just this benefit in full, it brings the annual fee all the way down to a more modest $295. Another new addition is Leaders Club Sterling status from the leading hotels of the world. This comes with a 5% points bonus on qualifying stays and up to 5 pre-arrival upgrades every year, which can make a huge difference if you like boutique and high-end hotels. Next up is the Resi credit, and this one's a foodie's favorite. With the Amex Platinum card, you'll get up to $400 each year, broken down into $100 every quarter when you dine at US restaurants booked through Resi. If you're not familiar, Resi is Amex's restaurant reservation platform. It's packed with some of the hottest spots in major US cities, from Michelin-starred fine dining to trendy neighborhood restaurants. This means you can book tables directly through Resi, pay with your Platinum card, and automatically get that quarterly credit applied. And here's the best part. Because it's split into $100 chunks per quarter, it encourages you to use it regularly instead of forgetting about it at the end of the year. So even if you go out once a season for a special dinner, you're likely to be able to use the credit in full. For anyone who already enjoys eating out, this perk alone can cover almost half of the annual fee over the course of the year. And if you combine it with other credits like the Uber and hotel credits, you're already getting a ton of value back. Now with the Amex Platinum card, you'll also get a brand new perk that's perfect if you're into fitness or just like high quality gear. And that's the $300 Lululemon credit. This is broken down into $75 every quarter. And it works at US Lululemon retail stores or on their website. Now Lululemon isn't exactly cheap. A basic t-shirt will cost around $58. But the good news is, because the credit resets every quarter, you can spread it out over the year for seasonal upgrades, or save it up for staples like workout gear, gym bags, or even everyday clothing. For anyone who shops at Lululemon even occasionally, this credit is basically free money. And if you're already spending on fitness gear, this is one of those perks that can actually chip away at that $895 annual fee in a way that feels somewhat effortless. Another interesting new addition is the $200 Aura Ring credit. If If you're not familiar, the Aura Ring is a sleek, smart ring that tracks your sleep, recovery, and overall health. It's become super popular for people who want deeper health insights without wearing a bulky smartwatch. With the Amex Platinum card, you can get up to $200 back each calendar year when you buy an Aura Ring through their official website. That's essentially a big discount on a device that normally costs anywhere from $350 to $500, making it much more affordable if you've been curious about trying one. Now, since this credit renews annually, you could use the credit to buy your first ring now, and then next year apply it towards a newer model, an upgrade, or even as a gift. It's a unique lifestyle perk that shows Amex is pushing more into the wellness and fitness space, not just travel. Now, there are still quite a few of the perks that came with the Platinum card before this update, although some of them have been slightly enhanced. So let's start with the classic. The $200 airline fee credit. Each year you pick one qualifying airline, and then when you use your Platinum card for incidental charges, you'll automatically get reimbursed. Think things like baggage fees, seat upgrades, in-flight snacks, or lounge day passes. Now this one does take a little strategy because it's not for the airfare itself, it's for the extras. But if you're someone who checks bags or likes extra legroom, it's actually pretty easy to max out every year. Next is the $200 in Uber Cash. This isn't a lump sum. Amex gives you $15 each month, plus a $20 bonus in December. You can use it for Uber rides or Uber Eats deliveries, and it loads automatically onto your Uber app. On top of that, you get automatic Uber VIP status, which can mean access to higher rated drivers and priority availability in certain markets. So if you live in a city where you use Uber often, or even if you just order food through Uber Eats, this one's pretty much guaranteed value. Now stacked right on top of that is the $120 Uber One credit. Uber One is Uber's membership program. It gives you benefits like $0 delivery fees, discounts on rides, and priority service. With the Amex Platinum card, when you pay for an auto-renewing Uber One subscription, you'll get back up to $120 each year in statement credits. Combine that with the $200 in Uber Cash, and you're looking at $320 in Uber benefits annually just from this card. Now, if you fly often, you'll definitely want to know about this one, the $209 Clear Plus credit. Clear is that biometric identity verification service you've probably seen at airports. You just scan your eyes or fingerprints and get to skip right to the TSA security line. Normally it's pretty expensive, but with the Amex Platinum card, you'll get reimbursed up to $209 each year when you pay for Clear with your card. Pair this with TSA PreCheck and you can cut your airport wait times down to just a few minutes. For frequent travelers, this one's a lifesaver. Another lifestyle perk is the $300 digital entertainment credit. Up from $240 previously. You'll get up to $25 back every month when you use your Platinum card on select streaming and media partners. Depending on what services you're enrolled with, this card can cover subscriptions like YouTube Premium and YouTube TV, Disney+, Hulu, ESPN+, Peacock, or even the New York Times. So if you're already paying for a couple of streaming services, this one is basically like Amex picking up the tab for you. Another perk that often flies under the radar is the Walmart Plus credit. With the Amex Platinum card, you'll get up to $12.95 back each month after you pay for a Walmart Plus membership using your card. Since Walmart Plus is billed monthly and auto-renews, this adds up to $155 in credits every year. Now, what do you actually get with Walmart Plus? For starters, free unlimited delivery from your local store. Free shipping with no order minimums on items from Walmart.com. Discounts on fuel at Walmart and partner gas stations. Plus mobile scan and go for in-store shopping. And here's a bonus. Walmart Plus also includes a Paramount Plus streaming subscription, which can save you another $60 a year compared to paying separately. So even if you don't think of yourself as a Walmart shopper, this membership actually covers a lot of everyday conveniences and adds real-world value. If you take advantage of the grocery delivery or even just the Paramount Plus streaming, this credit alone can nearly wipe out a couple of months of the Amex Platinum card's annual fee. And finally, there's the $300 Equinox credit. If you're a member at Equinox Clubs or you use the Equinox Plus digital fitness app, you can get up to $300 back each year when you pay with your Amex Platinum card. Now, I'll be honest, Equinox memberships are not cheap, so this perk really shines for people who are already committed to Equinox or who want to offset the cost of a premium fitness lifestyle. For casual gym goers, this one might not make sense, but for Equinox fans, it's a nice ongoing savings. Now, on top of all of these benefits, you're also getting built-in travel protections like trip delay and cancellation insurance, car rental coverage, and extended warranty and purchase protection for things you buy. And finally, Amex also gives you access to exclusive experiences, pre-sales for concerts and events, plus no foreign transaction fees when you're traveling abroad. So yeah, the benefits list is massive, and if used in full is worth over $3,500. But here's the key. This card only makes sense if you're actually going to use these credits and perks consistently. If you do, it's really not that hard to get way more than $895 in value back. If you don't, then the annual fee starts to feel painful really fast. Okay, so that covers pretty much everything you need to know about the recently updated American Express Platinum card. And as you can see, it's pretty expensive, coming in at $895 a year. Now, if you are interested in getting this card, it's worth considering if you will use the benefits that come with it, or at least enough of the benefits to make up for the cost of the $895 annual fee. It's also worth being aware of your spending habits. If you know you can make good use of the higher points earning categories through your everyday spending habits, you will end up getting a lot more value from this card. So if you're someone who actually travels, values lounge access, and can use the hotel, dining, and lifestyle credits, then this card can deliver way more value than the annual fee. But if you don't travel much, or you don't want to keep track of all of the credits, then this card is probably overkill. I've had the Amex Platinum card now for almost 10 years, and have really enjoyed all of the benefits that come with it. So now that it's $895 a year, will I keep it? Absolutely. For me, it makes perfect sense, as I travel a lot, and I can actually use a fair portion of the benefits to easily outweigh the annual fee. Now, if you're interested in applying for the Amex Platinum card, make sure to use the link in the description below, where you can earn up to 175,000 membership reward points. That's potentially worth thousands of dollars in travel, which makes the first year an absolute no-brainer if you've been on the fence. Now, if you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future breakdowns of cards, point strategies, and ways to save money while you travel.